What's up, guys? On the fly, final score. Do a little, I haven't really felt like doing a live stream since I did the thank you the other day, but I just felt like seeing if anybody was out there to talk tonight. So what's going on? It's Sunday night, 9 o'clock. Really, just wanted to catch up on some stuff, on some music stuff. And tonight, if you noticed, if you're following my Facebook on the fly, you see my profile picture up there is Slaughter, the Wildlife album cover, and which is Slaughter is one of my favorite bands. Um, and tonight, I just want to throw the question out there to you guys. If you're Slaughter fans, favorite Slaughter album, was it Stick It To You or was it The Wildlife? For me, whew, it's a tough one. But I think I'm going to have to go with The Wildlife. Wildlife just had, I don't know, as much as I've been I guess you could say a Slaughter fan since before Slaughter was thought of. Uh, Vinnie Vincent Invasion, the All System Go album, Slaughter members Dana Strum and of course Mark Slaughter were in that band. Vinnie Vincent Invasion, and Vinnie, as usual, uh, just goes stupid and decides to break up that band when they're on the verge of doing some. If you're a 80s rock fan, give All Systems Go a try. I promise. And if you like Slaughter, give Vinnie Vincent Invasion All Systems Go a try if you haven't heard it before. It's got some great songs on there. One of the most underrated songs of all time, called "That Time of Year," is great. I'm telling you, I've heard it said, and I agree. Um, I've heard it on other podcasts, and I've always thought that if a bigger band, like say a Bon Jovi, uh, well, I don't know who else, that Def Leppard, somebody like that would have done that time of year, it would have been a mega hit. I mean, it's that good in my opinion. I don't know if you guys will agree or not, but it's definitely one of my favorite songs. And then you've got on that album, you got Love Kills, which is a definitely a power ballad, typical 80s power ballad, but it's good. I I've always been a fan of that song. It came off, I think it was a Nightmare on Elm Street 3 soundtrack. Um, and let's just go through Slaughter discography here. Let me pull it up here. So, Stick It To You, the debut studio album for Slaughter, released in 1990 on Chrysalis Records, sold over 2 million copies, became one of the biggest albums of 1990. I remember going and buying this cassette when it came out. Of course, we had the closest record store we had was in Roanoke Rapids, North Carolina, which is about 25 minutes away from me. So I made the trip up there, um, bought the cassette, and I was not disappointed. Um, a lot of good songs up here. Up All Night was, I think that was the first single, and then Fly to the Angels, which became a mega hit. Spend My Life is an underrated Slaughter song that I really like. I don't know if you Slaughter fans out there like that. Then Mad About You. There's so many good songs on this album. Um, just glancing, Up All Night, Spend My Life, Fly to the Angels, Mad About You, You Are the One, Desperately. Uh, just great songs off that album. And then you go to, if we're gonna, and then they did a live version. They did Stick It Live, which was, I don't know what the the purpose of that was, because it came out not long after uh, Stick It To You came out, and they did just some live versions of the song, like Burning Bridges, Eye to Eye. Burning Bridges was not a bad song either. I did like Burning Bridges. Eye to Eye, Fly to the Angels, Up All Night, and then Loaded Gun. So the Wildlife. Now I remember when this came out because you got. I think we actually, this little town never got cable. What's my dog doing? Mia, lay down. We never got cable here, so we had to get one of those huge satellites in the backyard, and that we got it about the time MTV was still showing music videos at the time, but it didn't last much longer. The grunge came, and then MTV went to reality television not long after that. But I remember seeing the Wildlife. I think it was on the good old Headbangers Ball that came on Saturday nights, and I saw the Wildlife video for the first time. Now this one's got some great songs up here too. Days Gone By. I mean, that's a freaking high school reunion song right there. I don't know. Streets of Broken Heart, Shake This Place, Real Love, The Wildlife, Reach for the Sky. Just great songs up there, guys. But it's hard to pick. It's hard to pick a favorite between those two. But if I'm going with The Wildlife. I don't know what it's got a lot of memories for me. My brother had an old Mustang, and he used to blast it. He had a system, and he used to blast Wildlife on here. What about talk about the videos? Real Love video, Shannon Doherty in the Real Love video. I remember, that was during the whole Beverly Hills 90210 craze. How I would love to hear the story about how Shannon Doherty got in the Real Love video. Matter of fact, maybe we can find out something right now. I would love to hear that story because that right there made the video. I mean, Shannon Doherty's hot. She was hot. I'm telling you. She might have had a little attitudinal problem, but she was definitely hot. Let's see, songfacts.com. Do you have anything about the video? Song featured a very popular, or some eyes, a very unpopular Shannon Doherty, who was featured in the TV show Beverly Hills 90210. It's rumored. Oh, here we go. It's rumored that Shannon needed extra money to pay for expenses that got out of control. Another rumor is that Mark Slaughter liked Doherty on the show so much he invited her to be in their video. I don't think that she was having money problems. I can't imagine at that time with 90210 in full effect, unless she just went totally ape crazy with the spending money. I mean, but I guess stranger things have happened. Robbie Brown, and what's up, buddy? So Robbie Brown's asking, if I ever listened to Sabotage, his ex-girlfriend was big into Trans-Siberian Orchestra. They are rooted for Sabotage. They were really good. I haven't really tried Sabotage. I need to. I mean, that'll be on. I'm trying to, I guess with everything that's gone on the last 2 or 3 weeks, I'm trying to get back and trying to find a new normal because the old normal isn't going to be there for guys. But I'm slowly taking baby steps. Like tonight, I even debated on if I felt like doing this tonight, but got to start somewhere, and I'm gonna get back into the swing of things. Hopefully now. I definitely got to give Sabotage. If you had, Robbie, if you had to pick, if you wanted to introduce somebody to Sabotage, what album would you recommend? Somebody that has never listened to Sabotage, what album would you recommend? I'm throwing that out there to you. But have you heard? I have not. Of course, I am behind on a lot of things. I have not listened to Guns N' Roses' new song. I'm seeing Perhaps is the name of it. They played it live in Pittsburgh for the first time, so I've definitely got to check that out. So we should have some new Guns N' Roses coming soon, and my laptop's just got a mind of its own right then. Devo is retiring from touring. I don't know what we'll do with that. Hall of the Mountain King. I will check that out. And so now Guns N' Roses has a B-side. The General. New song will serve as a B-side to Perhaps final single, which ships in October. So is it on Apple Music yet? Let's see. I've still got to finish listening to Mammoth's new album. I haven't listened. I've listened to a little bit of it, but okay. So I don't see Perhaps up here on the songs, but they got a video on Apple Music. But they've got a video. Oh yes, they do have it. They have it up here. I'm scared to play it, or I might get a black mark from YouTube for playing Guns N' Roses. David Byrne, Talking Heads. I'm sorry, I could never get into Talking Heads. And that was just way. I guess I'm not smart enough to be a Talking Heads fan. Is that what I would call it? But anyway, who are some groups that you tried to get into and just could not get into? I mean, some popular groups, people that everybody seems to like, and because there's some, and I'll name some, and I've got two I'll name in a few minutes that everybody's like, oh, they're incredible, they're so great, this you unbelievable, and I listen to them and I'm like, what? I don't get it. That wasn't the two I was thinking of. One of the two I was thinking of, Robbie, but the Cure, right there. I cannot, of course they've got their little hits, but that guy's voice, and I'm sorry, that guy's voice just, ooh. What is the name of that song? It's Friday, I'm in Love. And then they got that love song was okay. I can give them that, but some of the other stuff, sorry guys, more power to you if you're a Cure fan. I can't do it. I'm like, same here, Robbie. Same here. Preaching to the choir. I still don't get it. The Cure, that's a good one for me. Rush. And believe me, I've tried. I've listened to Tom on the Shout Out Loudcast talk about it one night, talking about Rush, and he made it sound like so good. What's up, Steve? AJ Styles. I've lost my AJ Styles look for a little while. I'll get it back though. He made it sound like the Rush. He how when you sit there and listen to somebody and they made it sound so good, like gosh, this is incredible. And I remember, of course, I've heard Tom Sawyer. Oh, what a Rush! The LOD, Legion of Doom, buddy, Animal and Hawk. You can't get one past me, Steve. Try me, bud. You can't get one past. It's Tom Sawyer. I've heard the Tom Sawyer, and I like Tom Sawyer. Limelight is another one I've heard before, and the only three songs I really remember hearing was Tom Sawyer, Limelight, and then there was a song called Subdivisions. And okay, so Tom, more power to you, buddy. you made it sound so good that night. I went out, I put it on my list, on my album challenge list, and I went to listen to it, to some of it, and I was like, it's. I'm sure, no doubt, they are talented musicians, but that that kind of music is just, and nothing against people that like them, because don't ever apologize for liking a band or liking a certain kind of music. Be proud of it, but it's just not something I can get into. And I tried. I think, what was it? Was it 2112 that I listened to? And the 6 and 7 minute songs consistently, can't deal with that. Um, so yeah, Rush is one. Um, Pink Floyd, and I'm Robbie Brown, and I don't know. You might be a Pink Floyd fan. Sorry, dude. If you are, sorry, I could never get into Pink Floyd. I listened to The Wall, and I was like, everybody just made The Wall sound like it's incredible. And I'm sitting there listening, and all of a sudden I'm hearing this guy, this British guy, talk about somebody's pudding or something like that the whole time, and I'm like, what is this? And why do people like this? I'm sorry, not saying taking any away from the guitar player. Was it? I can't remember his name. I mean, that's just how out of touch I am with Pink Floyd. David Gilmour, is that his name? I think. But yeah, I am not a Pink Floyd fan. Um, yeah, see, more power to you, bud. And like, I know everybody doesn't like Kiss like I like Kiss. Some people think Kiss is a joke, and that's fine. More power. You got your likes, and I got mine, and I don't. I mean, I just can't do Pink Floyd. I don't know what it is, but that's just not my. Was it Austin Powers said? That's not my bag, baby. Um, let's look through my list here. So I'm trying to get back in the swing of things, and that means I'll have a I'll have another playlist coming soon, probably this week. I'm gonna be uploading. I'm actually doing a uploading, editing a episode of On the Fly and the final score right now. I'm waiting for that to go through, so we will have some of that out there. Going through my list. Hmm. And I mean, if it's my list, of course, I'm not gonna. Most of the people up there, it may just be one song that I like from somebody. Okay, here's a band that I didn't think I would like, and Tom from Shout Out Loudcast is responsible for me liking Avenged Sevenfold. I love the Avenged Sevenfold albums. I got to listen to those. Ah, I can't get into the Beatles. I like some of the hits, but I'm not one of them that can sit there and listen to the Beatles albums and say, "This is brilliant. This is brilliant." Like some of these other folks can say, "I know it's wrong. It's probably wrong, but uh, nope, not for me." I will tell you this: the older I got, the more I have come to respect Elvis, Elvis's music more than I used to. My mom is a diehard Elvis fan, and she used to play it all the time, like on weekends when she was. Sorry, but look, Robbie is gonna kill me. Robbie Brown's probably gonna unfriend me after tonight. I just can't get into the Beatles, man. I'm sorry. Um, some of the bands that I didn't really appreciate when I was younger. and I do now. Like, Beach Boys. My dad, huge Beach Boys fan. He used to listen to them. Mom with Elvis. And I was thinking about, of course, with Dad's passing, uh, a lot of memories. Because I get told all the time, I don't know how you remember some of this stuff you remember, and I I just have these. I had a great childhood, and I mean, I remember a lot of these things, and I know a lot of you had great childhood, don't remember stuff, but I'm a stickler for it. I can remember. It got me thinking about my brother. My brother made a post uh, of a song that my daddy absolutely loved back in it probably had to be the late 70s, early 80s. Let me see. Let me look it up. But it's funny how stuff like that will bring back, bring back certain memories. And music, I will say this, every big memory that I have, uh, most of them involve music. And there's something musically that's tied to it. Um, but this song, Baker Street by Jerry Rafferty. Let's see what year it came out. 1978. Because I can remember, if I may be wrong here, but I'm almost positive. My mom and dad got a little stereo. We had one of those big cabinet stereos that we kept in the living room. But Daddy got, I don't, and he may have got it for us. He got another stereo system, which was a really big investment at the time. Um, and I remember he set it up, and I can remember the little. I can remember. I mean, the other day it just hit me when I saw my brother post that. It hit me. I could almost smell it, smell that newness of that stereo system, and I remember he bought the 45 record for Baker Street, and I can remember watching him set everything up. And there was how they got when you get the big the 33 records, you put them down. It had the little hole in the middle. You could put it right on, but the 45s where the hole was wider. Yeah, the hole was wider. So you had a little adapter. And I remember him putting on the adapter, and I sat there and watched him like that was the best thing in the world. And you could tell from the early age I was gonna love. I was a music guy. I mean, yeah, and I never picked up an instrument like a dummy. I wish I had back in the day and learned some stuff. And I have a guitar I'm looking at right now that it's tuned, but I've just got to sit down and learn how to do it. Um, but yeah, Baker Street. My dad played the heck out of that song, and of course, now I listen to it, and it's great memories of him. Um, let's see. A very underrated artist that I've grown to like, and he's from the '70s too. Freaking Boz Scaggs. I know guys probably don't remember who Boz Scaggs is, but think he did the song "Look What You Done to Me" was on the gosh, I'm drawing a blank. I can't say what the hold on. Urban Cowboy. Yeah, yeah. Forgive me. It was on the Urban Cowboy soundtrack. I remember hearing it for the first time. I don't know who was playing it, but I was like, that. And then he's got a song called "Heart of Mine." He's got several great songs. He was just an underrated artist to me that I've always listened to. Kind of. it's not a rock guy. So, but yeah, I've got my softer side. Um, let's see. You definitely, Robbie Brown, and you're right. Um, music can make you remember everything and can make you forget everything too. Music, to me, sometimes can be the best form of therapy out there. Okay, here's another one I can't get into that a lot of people get into. And even back in the day when he hit his, in '84, when he hit the big time, Bruce Springsteen. Yeah, he's got some songs that I can listen to, but I'm not one of those that go, oh gosh, Bruce Springsteen. He's, what is it, Born to Run and all this stuff. And I just, Born in the USA. Uh, there was some songs like My Hometown. I like that, but I'm not like, it's not like I'm going crazy after Born in the USA. When he hit that stride he was in, the next album, I was like, big whoop. I was not. Um, then go to the opposite side of the spectrum. Bryan Adams, huge Bryan Adams fan. Bryan Adams has that distinctive voice, and he can write. He writes songs. You won't believe it, but Bryan Adams actually. Who are you not a fan? Billy Burgess. Who are you not a fan of? Bruce. Is it, we talking about Bruce or Brian? You like Dancing in the Dark because Courtney Cox was in the video. Go ahead. Don't lie. Don't lie, Robbie. Oh, we got some likes up here. Heel Bevins, Wanda Burke, John Murphy, Billy Burgess, and Jason and Melissa Mallory. Missy, I hope everything's all right over. If you're in here, I hope everything's all right over where you're at. I know y'all been having some stuff go on over where you're at. So let me know you're okay. Yeah, Billy, I see. I'm the same way. I don't get the whole Bruce thing, and it's not. It has nothing to do with political views. It's just the songs are not my, like Austin Powers again, not my kind of bag. Uh who else up here? Hmm. I'm going through my not my playlist, but my artist list on Apple, and I'm trying to come up with some. You guys remember Concrete Blondes? Billy Burgess, I know you probably remember Concrete Blondes because the reason Concrete Blondes and Gene Loves Jezebel. Billy Burgess, I know you remember them because you were in Greenville with my cousin and all that crew, uh, and that's where I heard both of those for the first time. Joey, Concrete Blondes by Joe, sang that song Joey, and then Gene Loves Jezebel. That's somebody I've got to put on my album list too. Billy, if you tell me you don't remember Gene Loves Jezebel, you're lying. Steve Wright, what's up, buddy? Um, why do I have some of these people? I'm looking at some of these. Why do I have some of these people up here? One of the great duos of all time, and I love them. Daryl Hall and John Oates. They could do no wrong in that period of the '80s. I mean, they were putting out hit after hit. David Foster, what a great producer he is. I'm looking, guys. Dire Straits. Dire Straits. No offense, Sting. Yeah, Gene Loves Jezebel. There was one called, was it Tell Us or Jealous or something like that for Gene Loves Jezebel. Uh, gosh, I just remember. Yeah, see, even the dogs like that. But gosh, if you come up with the names of song, or name of some of the songs, Billy, tell me because I'm looking through my list right now, and I can't go check it out. I would say no, I can't say that. A lot of people don't like Electric Light Orchestra. I always liked Electric Light Orchestra. I can remember getting the Columbia Record and Tape Club my mom and dad were in, and somehow I guess it was the selection of the month, and they didn't send the card back in time. They got the ELO album Discovery, and there was a song called Shine a Little Love. That was pretty good. Don't Bring Me Down's on there. But there was a song on there called The Diary of Horace Wimp. If you haven't checked that out, check that out. It's definitely interesting. Jeff Lynne is he's put it out there, bud. Oh boy. I'm going across. I'm in the F's now, so hey, you can't forget about my boys, the Fat Boys. My cousin had those cassettes. The Fat Boys Are Back was the one he had, and man, he knew that album forwards and backwards. He could beatbox. He could do all that stuff. I mean, it was amazing that he knew all these songs from the Fat Boys. That's some of it. That's a great. Let's see. Fat Boys. They actually did a. Remember they did the whole song with the Beach Boys, the Wipeout. We're gonna have to do like a '80s, different era top 10. I picked some good ones on my list, so I'm not coming up with a lot of ones I couldn't really get into. Of course, I wouldn't put it up there, but okay. I'm not the biggest Green Day fan either, but they're okay. I mean, I'm not gonna say I couldn't get into Green Day. Top 10 of cover songs. That's a good idea. We'll have to do that. Y'all guys remember Hoobastank? Whatever happened to Hoobastank? They had the freaking The Reason, and that video was freaking wild. I mean, you go back and if you don't remember The Reason by Hoobastank, and where is Hoobastank at now? Let's see if Hoobastank is still doing anything. I like that song. The song was great, but I don't know if they ever. That would be a one-hit wonder, I think. Let's see. Or they're still going. Is the singer still in it? Yes, he's still in it. I don't remember anything past The Reason, because they were nominated for 2002 and 2004. They were nominated for so many awards. Modern Rock Artist of the Year in 2002, Hot 100 Artist Duo Group of the Year, Mainstream Top 40 Single of the Year, Top Digital Song, Top Duo Group. Always nominated. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride. Okay, the Reason album. Did they have more than one? They had 4 singles off that album. Where did that come from? I've got to listen to that. Okay, The Reason wasn't even the first single. A song called Out of Control. This album's going on my album challenge list, because I don't remember hearing anything but The Reason, and The Reason is you. Remember the rock band from the '80s, Hurricane? They were really good. I liked Hurricane. They had Kelly Hansen, who had lead vocals. He is now the lead singer for Foreigner. They're on their farewell tour right now. I'm trying to find these, somebody that you're supposed to like, and then you feel like, okay, everybody else likes them, but I don't. And I've named some, I don't, and here's another good one that I liked back in the '80s. I thought she did some good songs. Jody Watley, um, Some Kind of Lover, Friends, My Everything, Looking for a New Love. That was a standard at a Northeast Academy dance back in the day. Was Looking for a New Love. But who else? Come on. Okay. He's on the fence though. John Fogerty. There's some John Fogerty songs I like, but I mean, I'm not a diehard John Fogerty fan. I couldn't do it. Judas Priest. Yeah, I'm not. I like some of their songs, two or three of their songs, but not a big Judas Priest fan. I know Steve Wright will probably have my head for that. Let's see. Remember when Kelly Osbourne was a singer and did that cover of Papa Don't Preach, Madonna's Papa Don't Preach, when the whole Osbourne's reality show was big, was huge. Another one I really like, Kenny Loggins. Kenny Loggins, the soundtrack king. I mean, Kenny Loggins is great. All right, come on now, Corn. I tried, and I wasn't into the grunge thing that much into the grunge thing, but Corn, I recently listened to a Corn album, and it was not what I liked. I was not a fan. I mean, some of this stuff has got to be my daughters and some of these. Ooh, used not to be into Leonard Skinner, but I've got to. I have really. I can't. I've done Third Eye Blind. They're okay. I mean, that's nothing. I would say, oh, Third Eye Blind. I mean, great, Third Eye Blind. No, I'm not like that. But yeah, Skinner. As I've gotten older, just like with the Eagles, you know, the Eagles back in the day when I was young, I did not listen to Eagles. I didn't listen to Skinner that much. Of course, you heard Freebird. Freebird was always the last song at my high school dances, and because no, I was not a Rush fan, Russ. We talked about that earlier. I was not a Rush fan. Not a Rush fan. I tried. I really did. No doubt about it. But yeah, Freebird was always the last song at a high school dance, and you always had to make sure you got the right girl or guy, whatever, that you wanted to dance with because you were going to be there with them for a while. But the thing that was confusing about it, it was okay when you had the slow tempo, but when they picked the tempo up at the end, you were kind of confused with what you're supposed to be doing. So most of the time, you let go. You went your separate ways when the tempo picked up. Like, I can't be slow dancing to this. Who else? And Megadeth. They were okay. Some of Symphony of Destruction, uh, Peace Sells, but who's buying? But it's not like I don't know. I just could never get into Megadeth. Not like some people could. Now Metallica, yeah, I was a big Metallica fan. Let's see. I'm looking, guys. But like I said, most of what I've got up here, of course, is mine, so I like it. Mm, I'm into peas now. You know what? I actually like Paul McCartney's solo stuff and the stuff with Wings better than I did the Beatles. Is that sacrilegious, Robbie? Pearl Jam. I'm a Pearl Jam hits fan. These songs like Better Man, like Even Flow, stuff like that. But when you get past that, can't do it. Can't do it. And I know that is an unpopular opinion, but I like the hits. Like was it Jeremy, Even Flow, Alive, Better Man, and that is about the extent of my love for Pearl Jam. Past that, no. Because I remember whatever CD Better Man was on. Was it Vitology? I think it was Vitology that Better Man was on. I got that. It was a Christmas present from a girlfriend, and I tried to listen to it. I like, of course, Better Man was good, but it wasn't. I just can't do it. REM, no. Are you nuts? Yes. Um, they get. I tell you, what's the song that I like from REM? There's Strange Currencies, and I can't remember why I like that song so much, but I do like Strange Currencies, but I don't know. I just could never get into. Mm, Chili Peppers are okay. I can deal with Chili Peppers. You guys are, and I'm really dating myself right here, but the other day at work, I was, I'll keep my earpiece in and be listening to, sometimes I listen to podcasts, sometimes I listen to, uh, sometimes I listen to music. Just depends on what my mood is. And Rita Coolidge, who was back from the '70s, uh, she used to be married to Chris Christopherson back in the '70s. One of his marriages. Oh, I mean, she's got a killer voice. I mean, that was another album my mom and dad had that we listened to because she did a cover of "Your Love Is Lifting Me Higher." I think, yeah. And then there was another song called "We're All Alone" that she did, and this lady has got an incredible voice. If you've never listened to Rita Coolidge before in your life, go do yourself a favor and listen to her. I think she kind of um, dropped off the grid or something for a while as far as music goes. Let me see. I'm gonna look her. I'm gonna look her up. How old is she? She's 78 years old now. Wow. Yeah, she was married. She's still active. She's still active. It doesn't say early career. She had something to do with Layla, the Derek and the Dominoes. Her greatest success from the pop charts came during, yeah, yes, exactly right, Rush. She had a good James Bond thing. I'm getting ready. Uh, she did remakes of Jackie Wilson's "Your Love Keeps Lifting Me Higher," Boz Scaggs, yep, "We're All Alone." The Temptations, The Way You Do the Things You Do, and Marshall Hines You. Um, where's the all time? Was it All Time High that she did for James Bond? I think that was the name of the song. She's been involved with some people. Stephen Stills and Graham Nash, Leon Russell and Joe Cocker. Married to Chris Christopherson for 8 years. She had a child, had a daughter with him, Casey Christopherson. All right, let's see. How many albums? What album was it that we had? I don't know which one it was. Was it this one? No. But she was pretty. She was a pretty lady too. But I think All Time High was the name of the song we're talking about. Gosh, which one was it? Was it Satisfied? No. I want to see the name of that. There it was. Anytime, Anywhere was the one that we had. She did some songs that were written by the Bee Gees. Yeah, she was cool. I could listen to her. That's another one that's going to go on my list too, because I haven't listened to that in a while. Okay. Now, nothing against anybody, and don't hold against. I have a few Rolling Stones songs that I like, but I don't get the obsession with the Rolling Stones. Uh, I don't know. I've never really got the obsession. There's some songs that I like, but it's not like I'm on like Painted Black was cool. Um, and the reason I like Mother's Little Helper that I've got that on here was because I heard it on Tesla 5-Man Acoustical Jam. Uh, Give Me Shelter. I've learned, maybe I am a little bit more into the Rolling Stones than I thought. Give Me Shelter. Did not like the Harlem Shuffle. Mixed Emotions was okay. And then Out of Tears, they did a ballad called Out of Tears back in 1994. That was pretty cool. Yeah, I didn't mind it. So maybe I am in a little more into Rolling Stones than I thought. Santana does nothing for me. Nothing for me. He's kind of a jerk. Sorry, Santana, but you are a jerk. Mm. I think I may have hit all of them that I can remember. Oh, you didn't miss nothing. You really didn't miss. What's up, Brian? I'm just blabbering off, and I just felt like coming on here. Show Brian, my buddy Brian, up here. You didn't miss nothing. I hope you and Annie are doing okay. I think I about got everybody so far. Who was Survivor was a good one too. I love not just because of the Rocky 3 stuff. Vital Signs, that album they did. I remember bought it. I guess I would start. I did start liking them because of Eye of the Tiger, but NBC back in like the early '80s, I guess the whole music video craze was taking off. NBC it was a show one night that they did. They took music, some songs, and put it to highlights of like sporting events. And I think it was Nebraska and Miami in the bowl game for the national championship. Bernie Kosar was playing, I think, and they used that song "I Can't Hold Back" by Survivor. And I went and bought Vital Signs after that, and that was freaking awesome. That's probably the best Survivor album out there. Oh, yeah. I think I got it. You too. Oh, you don't like Stone Temple Pilots, Nelson? Who is Facebook user Nelson Miller, Stone Temple Pilots? Is that saying you don't like the Stone Temple Pilots or you do? And I don't know who this is. Identify yourself. Wait, you're still here. Yeah, I'm still here. Hopefully. It's an imposter. It's not really Steve. It's an imposter. You do like them. Weird. Okay. But I'm talking about, uh, oh, how did you become Facebook user and then one second you were Brian and now you're not? You're like Facebook user up here. Um, we're talking about bands that everybody else gets into, but I can't. I don't know. I like Stone Temple Pilots though. Never really got Oh, the Doors. Now the Doors. We had a summer one year where we listened to a lot of Doors back when I was in high school. So it was weird at first, but I kind of got to where I liked the Doors. Some of their songs are very strange, like The End. Yeah. And the Crystal Ship, which I do like the Crystal Ship. There's a weird song, dude. Ah, I think I about got it. That's pretty much it on my list. Circus music. The Doors of circus music. I got you. I got you. But sorry. The I can handle the Doors. I don't know. I don't know. That's pretty. I know there's some more out there that I can't really get into, and I'm gonna browse up here. And a lot of this stuff. Gosh, some of this stuff I can't get into. Okay, I'm looking to see what are the new music that's coming out on Apple Music to see if any of them. They all look the same. Undercover tonight wasn't bad. Okay, I can handle that. See, like I said, I think I got more into the Rolling Stone. The one that was another one that I got into more as I got older. Um, oh, excuse me. Coming soon. 30 Seconds to Mars. I never really listened to them. I haven't given them a chance. Mm, see, Darius Rucker's got a new one coming out. Oh, great. Demi Lovato's got one coming out. Yes. Yes. Jelly Roll. I'm tired of the story now. I got you. But yeah, I mean, it takes a lot to get some of this new music today. I mean, I'll say this: my daughter has helped me get into more of the new music today, which most of it what she has listened to that I get into is country. Uh, but yeah, but so what else is going on? Okay, it's been a while. Like I said, it's been a while since we came. We've been up here, and I know I got a lot of catching. Oh, great! a Carlos Santana documentary debut in theaters this fall. I'll be sure to be waiting outside the door. Not. Dolly Parton did a cover of Let It Be on her new album. Talked about Guns N' Roses' new single. No, Brian, if you're still out there, the thing I led off with tonight was Slaughter. If you had to, you've got to pick between Stick It To You and The Wildlife. I don't know if you were a Slaughter fan back in the day. You got to pick it between Stick It To You and The Wildlife albums. Which is your favorite album? And I went with The Wildlife. You're putting pre-saves out tomorrow? Foreigner singer Kelly Hansen tell bands using tracks to go F themselves. He's sick of bands that play head games with their fans. Wow. Tell us how you really feel, Kelly. We just talked about Kelly with Hurricane. Oh, gosh. Okay, so how about this story that came out about 5 days ago? Apparently, Chris Daughtry from Alaska, North Carolina. Chris Daughtry was offered a chance to be the front man for Aerosmith. You know, when Steven Tyler was going on American Idol, he said Joe Perry gave him a call and asked him if he would. They would said he's got other plans. He said first of all, I didn't know Joe Perry had my number. This is incredible. I thought it was a joke at first, but he didn't even take time to say, like, how are you doing? He just went into his reason for calling me. And I don't know what Steven's doing, but we want to work. How would you feel about hitting the road with us? You got some cool songs we could play too. And I was like, I was speechless. First of all, I don't consider myself any caliber of singer that Steven Tyler is, as far as I would not be able to tackle those songs the way Steven Tyler tackles them. He is irreplaceable in my mind. Furthermore, Steven Tyler's alive. The whole fear of pissing off one of my heroes was just looming. I was like, there's no way I can do this, Joe. He admitted that Perry's offer was a terrifying concept the moment the words left his mouth, but called it a story that I will hold near and dear for the rest of my heart. Can you remember? Can you imagine if he had done that? The repercussions that would have happened from that, how pissed off Steven Tyler would have been. You wouldn't have seen Aerosmith ever together ever again. Yeah, I don't think that if they had replaced him with anybody, then he would have been really upset. Sorry, I had a message coming in, guys. But yeah, that was pretty funny when I saw that. Never would have imagined. You know, of course, he got the offer from while he was on American Idol from Fuel to be the lead singer for them, and turned that down because he wanted to do his own band, which I can't blame him. Hmm. 83's number one hit songs. Where are they now? This is a good one here. This is off Ultimate Classic Rock. Maneater. You remember Hall & Oates? We talked about Hall & Oates earlier. Hall & Oates had this was like Casey Kasem time. Men at Work, Down Under. Evidently, that was a one-hit wonder, definitely. Well, no, they had another song. It's a Mistake. Toto Africa. You know, every time I see that video, that just weirds me out. That video is weird. I feel like I'm seeing Africa. Patty Austin and James Ingram, Baby Come to Me. Didn't he die? I don't know. Was it James? Yeah, he died. I think he had like a he had brain. Oh wow. So Patty Allison, this is a good story right here. Patty Allison, who sang that "Baby Come to Me" with James Ingram. The song flopped, but then it got used in the soap opera General Hospital, and it got reissued and topped the chart. She was booked for United Flight 93 on September 11th, 2001. We all remember that. But she had to cancel after her mother had a stroke a few days later. Wow. Talking about God stepping in. And, I mean, I hate her about her mama, but. And then Michael Jackson, Billie Jean. Dexy's Midnight Runners, Come On Eileen. So many jokes about that song. Beat It, Michael Jackson, of course, the Thriller era right there. David Bowie, that's okay. David Bowie, that's a guy I couldn't get into. I know a lot of Bowie fans out there, but I could not get into David Bowie. The late Irene Cara, Flashdance, What a Feeling from the soundtrack, from that movie, Flashdance. That was a good song. The Police, Every Breath You Take, Stalker's Anthem. You sit there and listen to that song. That is a Stalker's Anthem. Eurythmics, Sweet Dreams are made of this. I wasn't a big uh, Eurythmics fan either. Michael Cimbello, Maniac, which that was from Flashdance too. Billy Joel, Tell Her About It. Now I can get into some Billy Joel now. He's another one that I learned to love his music after the older guy. Bonnie Tyler, Total Eclipse of the Heart. Whatever happened to her? Let's see. Her most recent album, The Best Is Yet to Come, arrived in 2021. Kenny Rogers and Dolly Parton, Islands in the Stream. Yeah, that was a good one. Lionel Richie, All Night Long. I got a lot of fatigue from that song. Paul McCartney and Michael Jackson. Say. The video, yeah. I don't understand what they were doing in the video. So that's all of them? Okay. So I'm gonna wrap it up. But thank you guys. Thank all the ones for the likes. Brian Mullen, Dalton Van, Kev Bird, Steve Wright, Jason and Melissa Mallory, Billy Burgess, John Murphy, Wanda Burke, and Hill Bevins. Thank you guys for the likes. Thank you guys for coming in here and talking. Russ, Brian, Nelson, Robbie, Billy, Stephen Sumner. Not these. There's two Steve Sumners. Thank you guys for coming in here and listen to me ramble on. Not like Led Zeppelin, but like Stevie Fly. And it's gonna. Like I said, I'm gonna have a new episode coming out of each show this week. I don't know when I'll schedule actually do a show, but I've got some backed up where I can. I'm gonna take my time with it. I'm kind of got the itch to do it, to set some stuff up. So be ready. And football season is underway. We got our first win Friday night, first game. Went over Columbia High School, 36-24. So we play again this week. So my time is kind of sketchy with football practice every night, then Friday night games. So I have to be selective with what I do. But let's see. Yeah, I've talked for an hour, so I think that's long enough. I'm going to get ready to hit the sack. Big week at work this week, and get ready for another football game Friday night. But you guys, thank you so much. Like I say every time at the end of a live or at the end of the podcast, give me a 5-star review on the final score on the fly. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. It helps more than you know. And look at my dog back. Ain't she cute? She's stretched out. We get ready to go night. But please do that, guys. You write a 5-star review for me. That helps me more. It gets my name out there. And subscribing will help. Subscribing to my YouTube channel will get helped as well. If you could do both of those things, I would really appreciate it. If you enjoyed the podcast and enjoy the live stuff, please do that for me. I will really appreciate it. But you guys have a great Sunday night and get ready for Monday. Back to the grind tomorrow. I know how much. Usually I'm off on Mondays, but I've got people on vacation this week, so I'm having to work 10 days straight. So anyway, thank you guys. You guys have a great night. That's going to do it for On the Fly and the final score.